Kyrie Irving has always been known for his unparalleled skills on the basketball court. His crossovers, quick passes, and ability to lead his team have earned him a reputation as one of the most skilled players of his generation. For fans, especially young ones, Kyrie is more than just a basketball player. He is an inspiration, a role model who shows that dedication and hard work can help you achieve greatness. But during a game between his team, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Boston Celtics, Kyrie reminded everyone that his humanity is just as impressive as his athletic prowess. It was a highly anticipated game, with fans packing the arena to witness the action. The air was thick with excitement as cheers and applause echoed through the stands. Courtside seats, where the action is so close you can feel the energy of the players, were filled with families, die-hard fans, and young basketball enthusiasts who had waited eagerly for this moment. Among them was a young boy, dressed in a Dallas Mavericks jersey and holding a foam finger, his face glowing with excitement. For him, this wasn't just a game, it was a dream come true, an opportunity to see his heroes in action. From the very first tip-off, the game was intense. Both teams played with ferocity, each possession more critical than the last. Kyrie was at the center of it all, orchestrating plays, breaking through defenses, and dazzling the crowd with his unmatched ball-handling skills. The young fan watched in awe, his eyes fixed on the court. Every pass, every shot, every moment felt larger than life. It was the kind of experience that cements a lifelong love for the game. Then, in the middle of the second quarter, something unexpected happened. Kyrie, always looking for opportunities to push the pace, attempted a long cross-court pass to one of his teammates. It was a bold move, executed with the precision of someone who has spent countless hours perfecting his craft. But this time, the pass didn't find its intended target. Instead, it sailed over the heads of the players and straight toward the courtside seats. The young boy, caught up in the excitement of the game, didn't see it coming. The ball hit him square in the face. The sound of the impact was audible even over the noise of the crowd, and a collective gasp rippled through the arena. The boy's hands flew to his face as he recoiled in shock and pain. Blood began to trickle from his nose, staining his jersey and the foam finger he had been holding so proudly just moments earlier. The joy and excitement that had filled his eyes were replaced by tears and confusion. For a moment, it felt as though the entire game had come to a halt. Kyrie saw what had happened immediately. His expression shifted from intense focus to genuine concern. Without hesitation, he ran over to the boy, kneeling beside him to assess the situation. "Hey, buddy," Kyrie said softly, his voice filled with worry. "Are you okay? I'm so sorry about that." His tone was sincere, his demeanor that of someone deeply troubled by the accident. The boy looked up at Kyrie, his eyes wide with a mixture of pain and amazement. It was clear that he recognized the player kneeling before him, but the shock of the moment left him speechless. As medical staff rushed to the scene, Kyrie stayed by the boy's side, offering words of comfort and reassurance. "You're tough," he said, gently placing a hand on the boy's shoulder. "We'll get you all fixed up." Crowd watched in silence, their attention no longer on the game but on this tender moment. Parents in the audience exchanged empathetic glances, imagining how they would feel if it were their child sitting there, scared and hurt. The medical staff worked quickly, applying ice to the boy's nose and ensuring that there were no serious injuries. Throughout it all, Kyrie remained nearby, his concern evident in the way he spoke to the boy and his family. "You're going to be okay," he said, his words both a promise and a comfort. The boy's family, though clearly worried, expressed their gratitude to Kyrie for his kindness and quick response. It was a moment that transcended the game, a reminder that even in the high-stakes world of professional sports, humanity and compassion still matter. After a few minutes, the boy's condition stabilized. Though his nose was still bleeding slightly, he assured everyone that he was okay. "I'm fine," he said bravely, his voice trembling but determined. Kyrie gave him a small smile. "You're a champ," he said. "You're tougher than some of the guys I play against." The boy managed a weak smile in return, his spirits lifted by the words of his hero. The game eventually resumed, but the atmosphere in the arena had changed. The intensity of the competition was still there, but it was tempered by a sense of shared humanity. Fans cheered not just for the players on the court but for the resilience of the young boy who had handled the situation with courage and grace. Kyrie, too, seemed to play with renewed energy, as if inspired by the moment. His movements were as fluid and precise as ever, but there was an added intensity to his game, a determination to channel the emotion of the incident into his performance. Despite Kyrie's efforts, the Mavericks couldn't overcome the reigning champions. The Boston Celtics pulled away in the final quarter, securing a decisive victory with a score of 122-107. But for the young fan and his family, the outcome of the game was secondary. What they would remember most wasn't the score or the highlights but the kindness and humanity shown by one of the game's biggest stars. In the days that followed, the incident became a viral sensation. Clips of Kyrie's reaction spread across social media, drawing praise from fans, commentators, and fellow players alike. People were moved by his genuine concern and the way he had prioritized the well-being of the young fan over the game. "This is what sportsmanship looks like," one fan wrote on Twitter. Kyrie didn't just apologize, he made sure that kid knew he mattered. That's what being a role model is all about. Kyrie himself addressed the incident during a post-game interview. "Things happen in the heat of the game that you can't predict," he said. "But when something like that happens, you have to remember what's really important. That young man showed a lot of courage, and I'm just glad he's okay." His words resonated with fans, many of whom praised him for his humility and perspective. For the young fan, the experience became a story he would tell for the rest of his life. Though the impact of the ball had left him with a sore nose and a few tears, it had also given him a once-in-a-lifetime moment with his hero. "Kyrie Irving came to check on me," he told his friends and family, his eyes lighting up at the memory. "He said I was tough." It was a moment that turned an ordinary game into an extraordinary memory, one that he would cherish forever. This incident served as a reminder of the power of sports to bring people together, to create moments of connection and compassion that transcend the game itself. It showed that even in a world often dominated by competition and high stakes, there is still room for humanity and kindness. Kyrie Irving's actions that night weren't just a testament to his character but a reflection of what makes sports so special: the ability to inspire, to uplift, and to remind us of the best in ourselves and others. For the young boy, this wasn't just a game. It was a moment that would shape his understanding of what it means to be resilient and compassionate. His story spread beyond the arena, touching the hearts of people who had never even watched a basketball game. It became a story about the unexpected ways that life can teach us about courage and kindness, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. For Kyrie Irving, the incident added another layer to his legacy. He was no longer just a player known for his skills on the court, but also a role model who embodied the values of sportsmanship and humanity. Fans who had admired him for his talent now had another reason to respect him: for his heart. It was a reminder that being a professional athlete is about more than just winning games. It's about using your platform to make a positive impact on the world.